Good morning, Mighty Bulldogs. This is Miss Malukas with your morning announcements on this wonderful Wednesday, October the 21st. We're still in 2020, almost done. A couple more months. And today is an A day. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing or silent and respectful for this next moment of silence. On to the birthdays. Happiest of happy birthdays to 3 amazing students. Happy birthday, Laura Bautista in 8th grade, Samantha Bautista Perez in 9th grade, and Miguel Borja Hernandez in 9th grade. 3 birthdays. Happiest of happy birthdays to all 3 of you. Hope the week is off to a great start. Only 2 days left. We can do this. Hope you guys are having a great week, and I hope that you have a phenomenal weekend. You share a birthday with lots and lots of people. World is a really big place. 3 people I chose to highlight. Judge Judy, still stuck in this weird 90s, 2000s lame TV sitcom theme. But Judge Judy is a great show, or was an interesting show for me to watch after school. Doja Cat, musician. Not super familiar with her music, but I know she's got some good stuff. And then Carrie Fisher, Star Wars. She's the one that's circled there. She's the only female in that picture, but it's her birthday today. Happiest of happy birthday to everybody born on October the 21st. Again, related to the birth of Mr. Rubio's second child, Inez, Mr. Clark, pictured here, is on campus and supporting with all the things. We are so grateful to you, Mr. Clark. Thank you for everything that you have already done and that you continue to do. We miss you, Mr. Rubio, but we are so fortunate to have Mr. Clark in your absence. For this day in history, October 21st, in Washington, D.C., nearly 100,000 people gathered to protest the American war effort in Vietnam. More than 50,000 of the protesters marched to the Pentagon to ask for an end to the conflict. The protest was the most dramatic sign of waning U.S. support for President Lyndon Johnson's war in Vietnam. Polls taken in the summer of 1967 revealed that for the first time, American support for the war fell below 50%. When the Johnson administration announced that it would ask for a 10% increase in taxes to fund the war, more money, the public skepticism increased. The peace movement began to push harder for an end to the war. The March on Washington was the most powerful sign of their commitment to this cause. The Johnson administration responded by launching a vigorous propaganda campaign to restore public confidence in its handling of the war. The president even went so far as to call General William Westmoreland, commander of U.S. forces in Vietnam, back to the United States to address Congress and the public. The effort was kind of successful. However, the Tet Offensive of early 1968 destroyed much of the Johnson administration's credibility. The protest was also important in suggesting that the domestic Cold War consensus was beginning to fracture. Many of the protesters were not simply questioning America's conduct in Vietnam, but the very basis of the nation's Cold War foreign policy. And that's on today in history. Again, the high school schedule has changed. We did this to allow for brain breaks for our high school students. Huge shout out to our 9th through 12th grade students. All of you are doing an amazing job. We couldn't do this if you weren't. But you're being amazing. Thank you for following instructions and keeping everyone safe so that we can make this happen. And huge shout out to your teachers for sacrificing a couple minutes of class time and also agreeing to take you guys outside. We love you guys, and we appreciate you. We hope this is helping. pumpkin contest. Another plug for that. You've still got time. Pumpkin submissions are open until October 28th. We get to vote October 29th and 30th. Remember that you have to take pictures and then send to this number, 512-781-5917. Send a picture of your pumpkin, and then also send a picture that includes yourself and your name and your grade near the pumpkin. I'm excited about this. I know it's kind of silly, but I hope that people participate. Another plug for Bulldogs Against Bullying Month. Thank you for doing your part to keep our space safe for staff and students alike. I hope to see lots of orange today. Don't be a bully. Don't be the bully. If you are, we can support you through that. But hopefully lots of students are wearing orange for Unity Day in support of each other. Attendance, continuing to talk to you all about this. If you don't come to school, we can't teach you. Those of you who are listening to me talk about attendance are probably coming to school, right? You're here for homeroom, you're watching attendance. I want you to think about a student maybe in your class, in your grade level, who has dropped off. We all have that friend. We all know someone who could be coming to school more. Take a moment, send them a text, send them a Teams message. How can you encourage them or motivate them or help them understand how important it is to show up to school? Remember the 90% rule, not missing more than 18 days, that's not an Idea Montopoulos thing. That's literally a law. So please, 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 you're showing up, you're listening to the announcement, so I'm assuming you're showing up. How can we help our classmates? How can we help other students do the same? Thank you in advance for wearing your mask and wearing it correctly so that it covers your nose, covers your mouth, and you're keeping it on at all times. Please text us at the numbers shown with any questions. If you do so during school hours, we'll probably respond. No, we will respond. And if you haven't followed us on Facebook, you're missing out. And finally, Bulldogs are determined, optimistic, generous, and strong. And if no one else tells you today, remember that we love you, believe in you, and always will. I love you guys so much. I miss you. And I'm so ridiculously proud of you. I hope you have a phenomenal Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you and talking to you soon. Also, this song is definitely dedicated to Miss Postmantier Muskin.
Me compro una Hayabusa y no te va a dar una ride. En verdad prefiero dárselo a tu mai. Contigo no me empango, no va a manchar la Hawaii. Si no te gusta, sorry, esa es la que hay. Porque antes yo te quería, pero ya no. Tú me gustabas, pero ya no.